What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from North Point, New York, and today we're breaking down and going through one of my songs, and I'm going to show you guys how I made it, all the different sections of the songs, and we can take it from there. If you guys have any questions, you can leave a comment below. Text me 1-833-575-0948. This was a song that we made, I would say, about 75% on live stream. So if you want to join my live streams, it's Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. New York time, and with this song, I had a general idea. It kind of just started with this synth part and the kind of the first verse, and then a lot of help came in the second verse with the help of the live stream. The chorus, in addition to that, if you heard the song, I thought that I wanted to add more to it, but I ended up just leaving it the way it was, and I think it worked. So if we were to go through it, let's talk about the synth right off the bat. Let's talk about the synthesizers. So we have this main synth right off the top. That's that main synth. And it just repeats. That almost stays the entire song. Actually, that might stay almost, yeah, pretty much the entire song. Then we have, in the first verse, we start with that, just that and vocals. Then what happens is we'll add some more things here. So we'll add the 808 bass, a couple of instances of it. So if we look at that, actually I automated, this actually comes from, this came from the live stream, a tip from people that like, oh, it'd be really cool if you automated the pitch. So if we look at this, we actually automated the slide. You can hear it sliding down. Hear it sliding down right there? You can hear it sliding down. So with that being said, we have a couple different instances right here. We have an 808 bass sliding down, a little bit of overdrive on that. Without the overdrive, with the overdrive. Fattened it up a lot. Then we have this retro synth with a bit crusher on it. I really like the retro synth for that fat kind of like 80s style synth. This is the settings we have on that. And then it has some bit crusher. This is without the bit crusher. Let's rewind it. With the bit crusher. Fattens it up a lot. Bit crusher right here, kind of sampling it down without again. With. Then what I did is I took the same thing, I put the retro synth again, but shifted it up an octave, or maybe even 2 octaves, and then added the bit crusher also. And this is the higher version of it. So it's the same exact thing, but the reason I'll do this, I'll tell you in a sec. The reason I did that is because some low frequencies, especially when you're listening on smaller speakers like phones, they don't pass through very well. Like you don't hear a ton of bass through an iPhone speaker. That being said, I wanted to keep that bass melody. I wanted you to be able to hear it, and I wanted to add higher frequencies to that. So I layer it with the extra higher octave, and it passes through just a little bit more on that smaller speakers. All right, so now we're at the chorus. This is the chorus. I'll show you the vocals before we do anything else. So this is the vocals for the intro.
Mary in the skies.
There's a lot going on. So if I turn everything off, we have a lot going on. I'll take this away because this isn't being used. So we have pitch correction, de-esser, tremolo, EQ1, compressor, reverb, chorus, EQ2, and then echo.
I knew a girl, her name was Mary in the skies.
That's a dry
and
sound.
When you looked into her eyes, you could see the story.
A little bit of flex pitch, mainly for timing reasons. I wanted to get the timing down because I knew a girl, her name was Mary in the skies, and when you looked into her eyes, I wanted to get the timing down good, so I use flex pitch for that. So that's that.
Of a life and
As you can hear that it's still a little pitchy. I had the pitch correction. We're in the key of G sharp major, A flat major, depending on what you want to think of it. We have the 67 right there, 67 milliseconds for how fast the pitch correction goes. We turn that on.
How at 9 years old, her
little bit of pitch
parents
correction.
split up at
A little
the
bit
seams.
de-esser.
They told her life's more than it seems, and
Let's put this on.
I knew a girl.
Now, this is interesting. I like adding tremolo on certain things, on certain vocals, because what it does is it just gives it a little bit more movement in the vocals. So here's without any tremolo, and you'll hear it in a sec pan in and out.
I knew a girl, her name was Mary.
Actually, this one's panning a little bit left and right. So sometimes what I'll do, for example, in my song Without You, the vocals are panning in and out a little bit. This one's actually the phases at 180, so they're actually panning left and right a little, 28 degrees depth.
I knew a girl.
If you're listening with headphones, you can hear it panning left and right.
I knew a girl, her name was Mary in
Turn
the
it off.
skies. And when you
Center.
looked into her eyes, you could see the story of a life
right.
and how at 9 years.
Subtle. I'll give you like a dramatic version. This is
I knew a girl, her name was Mary in
Slight.
the skies.
all right. Now we have a little bit of EQ.
I knew a girl, her name was Mary.
Took a lot of the low end out.
I knew a girl, her name was Mary in the skies. And when you looked into her eyes.
I wanted to really like be able to hear it and not muddy up the sound in the lower frequencies. All right, now we have the compressor. I think I compress it pretty hard
I
actually.
knew a girl,
Oh,
her
decent.
name was Mary.
I
in
really
the
like
sky.
this vintage VCA though.
I knew a girl, her
Kind of bring up the subtleties of it. All right, now we have end verb. This is the I would say this is like a closer like I don't know what the word is for this, but I really like this for like close style vocals, like almost like slap back delay, like vintage style vocals. This is without.
I knew a girl, her name was Mary in the skies. And when you looked into her.
I really like that style reverb. I really think that the end verb does a good job at. All right, so this is with chorus now, adding a little bit more of just like modulation, kind of movement, fattening it up without.
I knew a girl, her name was Mary in the skies.
Very subtle.
And when you looked into her eyes, you could see the story of a.
So that's an extreme example. And of course, if you know mixing, the order that you put these in actually affects it. So if I put the end verb at the top, it actually affects the way that this thing sounds. Now we have a second EQ where I took out just a little bit more of the low end and I'll added a little bit more of the high end without.
I knew a girl, her name
Just leave it
was.
a little bit brighter. And last but not least, we have the Replica XT reverb, delay by Native Instruments. And this is the, let's see, it was giving me problems. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. I had just updated a Logic and it was giving me problems. I wasn't able to open it for like a month and a half. This is the tape delay. We have a lot of ducking going on, so it's actually ducking pretty hard. So if we listen,
I knew a girl, her name was Mary
See how the
in the
reduction-
skies. And when you looked into her eyes, you could
see like when it stops singing, it gets pretty loud. So chord note mix right there, beautiful. All right, that's what we got for that. So I accidentally just saved it. I hope I didn't mess with any of the sounds because I just saved it. Oh, I hope I didn't mess with the sounds. All right, I gotta make sure I don't save it. All right. That being said, that's a lot of things going on in those verse vocals. Now we have the second layering.
17 with no dream in her head, spending every second.
Only pretty much the same exact things, only octave up, octave down. We have
17 with no dream in her head, spending.
highly pitch corrected. I didn't feel like going through the whole.
17 with no dream in her head, spending every single week getting drunk in a bed, sitting down doing right no mind.
Well, that's funny. I didn't even sing the right lyrics. This is literally one take. I was like, I just want to get this done, kind of get an idea. I guess I never changed it. That's wild. That's literally not even words right there. That's wild. So let me have the octave down.
17 with no dream in her head, spend.
The only difference here is I have this noise gate here. So if I take this off,
17 with no dream in her head, spending every single week getting drunk in the bed, finding guys that aren't right, no mom was like, but she grew up.
and that gives it that kind of choppy kind of vocal, like almost like Nile Horn, slow hands, which I really like the vocal production on that. All right, so now we go to this part, which is the chorus, and let's talk about the chorus. I have a whole bunch of layered vocals. These are all doing pretty much the same thing: octave up, octave down, pan left and right, harmonies, octave down, pan left and right. So this is the octave up, I believe. Ton of vocal processing. Like look at a ton of the low end taken out. A bit of chorus, a bit of noise gate, some echo. Ton of echo coming in with the what's it called, the gate, so it's low, and then when it stops singing it gets louder. Now we believe these are the harmonies. Nope, these are the same thing, same octave. You can hear a bit of phase going on here. A lot of pitch correction going on. And this is also the same melody right here.
You deserve more than you are getting.
A lot of layered vocals right there.
You
And a lot of pitch correction. Now we have these. We should have some harmonies and octave down. So where's the harmony?
You deserve.
No, okay, so it's just octave up and down. I thought there was harmonies, but there's not. This is just another one that's just a same melody. A ton of pitch correction on that. These two are the octave downs.
You deserve more than you.
Oh, the super pitch corrector, but you don't really hear the pitch correction when you go in.
You deserve more than you are getting.
All right, now let's talk about these. We got this. So we have this synthesizer, which is this Korg mini log right here. A bit of chorus on it. Chorus has a lot. Taking out a lot with that low end cut, high pass filter chorus. Taking out a lot and then adding some tremolo, pulsing it in and out. And pretty simple drums going. We've just got this beat, which I highly compressed. This is without anything. Turn all the effects off. Adding a little bit of the kick right here, a little bit of brightness, cutting out some low frequencies, adding a little reverb. Reverb adds a lot. That's the room reverb. This is where I crushed it with the compression though. There we go, that's that. Then we have these hi-hats, which I believe I actually pitched up. No, I didn't pitch them up, but took a little bit of the low end out, the high end out. Now we add those two together. Just add a layer. That's that. Then we have the cymbals, which is just Logic cymbals. I use them on everything. The drums. All right, now let's talk about the vocal chop right here. So we have this vocal chop, which I use the vocal sampler, like the Q sampler in here, just chopped up. I believe if we play the whole thing, let's see. I don't know how to play the whole thing, but it's just, I believe it's just you deserve more than you are getting. And let's see what we got. We should play this one right here. Pretty interesting. And I can create the transients as I want. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Well, I have no idea what I'm doing over here. But then we had some echo and some reverb, just adding that to that. All right, let's move on, because there's not a ton going on there. All right. Then we have... Oh, this was an idea from the live stream. Somebody said, oh, I put a piano part in there. So I played the same piano part that's playing, I believe it's one of the riffs down here. Is it this? Yep, it's this synth right here, which this is the original sound. Then I added I put a lot changed. This is from the mini log too. This is the tremolo. Pulsing in and out. Ton of reverb. A lot of reverb actually. Echo. Dotted eighth note. Very, very nice echo. Now I matched that with the piano. An octave down, and then I also had it playing a single note with a dun dun. Or actually this note. The octave do. There we go, that's that part. Then we had this synthesizer down here. Almost like a counter melody to that other thing. We take this as what this sounds like. Again, the mini log pan slightly to the right. High pass, low pass, chorus. A lot of chorus going on here. Tremolo, panning it in and out. Not left and right, just in and out. Now if we add that counter melody, and then we have this thing going on too. A lot of synths going on. Lastly, we have this one synth right here. I'll add them all together. Again, same thing. Wow, that's pretty wild actually. This was just a single note on Do, creating that filter. That's wild. Ton of chorus, making it stereo sounding. Serious panning it out. So we go from this to this. That's wild. Now we add this last part, which is going through the whole chorus. So if we add everything, we have a lot going on in this chorus part. A lot going on. Bass. This synth up here adds a lot. Last thing we have about this chorus part right here is we have this bass that's doing like a really fast tremolo. 16th note tremolo. All right, let's move on. So then we have this high pass filtered. Oh, actually, it's a high pass and it's a step filter. So right here, I think it opens up the filter. So if we watch it, let's watch it.
Every night gets a call from her friends, a different party, different people, but she knows how to dance. She'll get approached by some boys that think they're men, and she has a hard time saying no to them.
But this right here, this is just a reverse of this next chord. I chopped it and reversed it. It's just that same chord, but just played and reversed it. Added some, took out a little bit of low end, added some reverb. And it gives this really cool.
And she has a hard time saying no to them. Staying up just.
I think that sounds pretty cool. All right, I really hope I didn't mess. I'm pretty like stressed that I messed something up with that by saving it on accident. Whatever. All right, then we have again back with this synth.
With life lessons not.
Then we have this hi-hat comes back in. Almost as like a match. Alright, let's go to the second chorus. We have some of these things coming in right here, which is the first time that we see these guys. Oh, this is cool. This is actually a saxophone. If we take and listen to the whole sample, let's see, it's in the key of C minor. So did I pitch it down? I might, we're in the A flat. I don't know if I had to, but regardless, this is the one synth. If I take the original sample, I can go like this. I show you the original sample. This is the whole thing. It's actually pretty wild that we got this whole thing. So this is part of the original sample. Let me turn everything off. Now I also put it in the right time for this key. It was way faster. It was like this. It was like something like that. Now I added a ton of reverb and high pass filter, and I got this. I love that vibrato. Then what I did is I took the same exact thing, chopped it up, took only certain sections, and then shifted it down an octave. Right here, if we look at right here, it's shifted down an where is it? Pitch shifted. Where is it? Somewhere I shifted somehow somewhere, or is it the same thing? Maybe I'm pretty sure. I shifted down an octave. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't a different one. I don't know, but I thought it was shifted down an octave. This is a harmony. Really low in the mix, but same thing, just a harmony played on it. And that's about it. Just that, and then kind of just some elements repeat. Again, we have another reverse thing right here. Oh, let's talk about this. This is the last part that we'll talk about. This is the automated. If you look at the EQ with the drums, I automated it, so we have this. It goes into a high pass filter. Alright, so we get that tinny sound, getting fatter and fatter and fatter. Same thing back here. We look at this one. Bam. We got some harmonies in there. You deserve. You deserve. This is actually a vocal chop too. This was an idea from the live stream. Shout out to whoever gave that idea. We took Just the You, which is the first part. I think we actually might have changed some of the melody pitch, but that's about it. So that is my song, You Deserve More. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know. I'd love to do more of them. So you could shoot a comment below or text me 1-833-575-0948. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great Restituto day and peace out.